I can do 3 and then start with 3 and then we can do 2. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's odd numbers and all that. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. We've got about 60 seconds before we're planning to start our matches. Now, realistically, we're going to start them in about 5 minutes, but I really like to try and start on time. So, the teams that we still need to see. 1, 2, 3, 5D. And 65162A. 65162A, I think I see y'all over there. Still looking for 1, 2, 3, 5D. One, two, three, 5D. We need to have y'all. All right, I think 1, 2, 3, 5D is almost here. All right. We are almost ready to start our matches in the Clingmans Dome division. All right, Blue Alliance, are you ready? Thumbs down. Okay. All right, Red, we ready? All right. Let's start the day off strong. All right, let's start the day off with Autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go. right, immediately Red Alliance and Blue Alliance are fighting over that middle goal. Blue Alliance has scored a lot of blocks. They've also fed Red some points. I think that's a win point for Blue. Probably also a win for Blue. Taking a closer look at some of these blocks to add them up. They got a win point also. And a blue win point. Blue Alliance takes Auton. And we'll have a driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. And guys, not only did Blue Alliance win the autonomous, but they got themselves an Auton win point. In order to get that, you first need to have both of your robots move off the starting block. Then you have to have 10 blocks across 3 goals with at least 2 blocks per goal. And at the end of Auton, Blue Alliance had, I think, 12 total blocks across the 2 long goals and the middle goal. And they had 2 blocks at least in each of those. So they get the win point Auton to start the day. And that's given them a big advantage. Look, they've already got a lot of control over that long goal. Red Alliance is trying to fight back, though. 1-2-3-5-D with a big D scoring push. They're trying to clear up some space, trying to get themselves an opportunity to score. Now they're going to do the same thing to the other long goal, clearing out a lot of blue blocks. 6-5-1-2-6-A on the Blue Alliance, trying to line up a score, trying to deny the D score, trying to control what they've already put. Meanwhile, it's 6008X. That's X Factor. They've got those incredible looking shirts, and they're also trying to D-score. They pulled a lot more blue blocks out. Red is slowly but surely eking into that lead that Blue got during Auton. They've done a lot of D-scoring in this match already, and now they're going to go for the match loader. Red Alliance is trying to load up. They're trying to get some blocks to score. Not a lot of time left in the match. There it is. Parking is now protected. Blue Alliance is scoring 1. And now 6008X is looking for a chance to score. They're going to try to score the last few seconds. They got 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 blocks up there. That's a big score for Red Alliance. And now Red's also got a parts robot, but here comes a D-score from Blue at the buzzer in a park at the last possible second from Blue. They got that robot part as the buzzer went off. This one or? Awesome, thanks. All right, looking ahead to match number 79. Red, y'all ready? On the Red Alliance. On the Red Alliance, you have 57711X, Rocky. You've also got 3239V. On the Blue Alliance, we have 57249C, Joker. And we've also got 24816H. Now, if y'all are watching Rocky yesterday, their design is pretty unique in this tournament. They don't have the kind of conveyor belt mechanism that a lot of teams have. Instead, what they have is a large tray, and they scoop as many blocks as they can onto that tray, and then raise that whole tray up to the level they want, and then spit the blocks out into the goal. We are ready for Auton in. 3, 2, 1, go. Joker, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blue blocks, but adds a 1 for red. It looks like Blue Alliance is going to take the Auton win, and we will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Red Alliance off the back of that Auton loss, looking to make up some ground really quick, and that's what 3-2-3-9V is doing. They already have 1, 2, 3 blocks scored from that match loader. That was their first order of business. They wanted to get that match loader clear so they can start scoring as much as possible with those match loads, and that's exactly what they're doing. But here comes the defense. They're getting pushed out of the way right now. 2-4-8-1-6H. Trying to keep them away from that match loader. The Red Alliance got a lot of scoring done before the defense came in. That's really great for them. Now they try to score again, but there's the defense. Joker pushes Rocky away. Rocky looks like they've got a really easy time in this tournament, picking up a lot of blocks. Look at that, scoring on the middle goal. That's about as easy as we've seen anyone score on that goal. If you remember from yesterday, the middle goal is a different height than the top goal, so it can be hard to design a robot that does both. And that's one thing that Rocky does really, really well, as we just saw. But Joker can do that too. Joker is scoring several blocks now, winning control of that central goal for Blue. Now there's a D-scoring battle going on. Joker's trying to clear out. Look at that, the big D-score for Blue. Red couldn't stop it in time. Only 25 seconds left now. There is still time to do some scoring. Oh, there's a red robot that's stuck. They're stuck on that goal. Their alliance partner frees him. There are 2 red robots still available. Rocky's going for the middle. Joker's going for the long goal. Defense comes in from Blue. Red gets one more crucial block on that far long goal. Blue gets a crucial block in the middle. Nobody parked in time. That one came down to the wire. We have the results back from our previous match, a 23-74 match. Blue Alliance took that one. Looking ahead at our next match, match number 80. On the Red Alliance, we have 29204E and 35016Z. On the Blue Alliance, we've got 643E and 3440V. All right, we are ready for autonomous in once we get the field set right. We're ready for autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Couple different robots going for that middle goal. Blue gets the first score. They got 1 block and now 2. And that's all the scoring that'll happen. It's going to be a Blue Alliance Auton win. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, Blue Alliance did a good job to get that Auton win. A slow and steady Auton from both alliances to give them the edge. But neither alliance scored a ton during Auton. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity to make up that ground in driver control, and that's exactly what Red does. They immediately go to the match load. That's 35016Z. Look how many blocks they're able to scoop up into that robot. They're using the match load tube. And now they're trying to find space. They're looking around for a spot to score. But they're getting hounded by that defense. That's 3440V. They know that Red can score just like that. 1, 2 blocks. They've added now 3. The defense eventually pushes them off, but then the D score comes in from 643E. Blue Alliance try to get those points back. Undone for Red. Red finds another spot. The other long goal is now getting filled up with red blocks. The defense comes through, but not in time to stop Red from scoring. But now Blue's going to try to go for the D score. They don't quite get the blocks out just yet. And 643E has a lot of blue blocks in their robot, but 29204E for Red Alliance, staying on them like white on rice. trying to keep them from scoring. It's really, really easy. When your opponent goes to score in this game, just give them one little push just like that, and all of a sudden they have a hard time scoring. Just like we're seeing, once again, over there, Red Alliance, they've got a lot of blocks in those long goals, and now they kind of have the luxury of not having to worry so much about scoring themselves because they know they've got a bit of a lead. Now they can add to it a little bit, but they can also just defend if they want to. It's going to be a strategic decision that the teams are going to make on the fly. Communication is absolutely key, and you can hear it in these driver boxes. Red scores a little bit more. Now Red goes to park. Red has one robot part. That's all the parking that we'll have for match 80. Take it away, Allie.
We have results from match 79, 69 to 50 going to Red. We're going to get ready for match number 81 here on the AGN field. All right, we're ready to roll with match number 81 in 3, 2, 1, go. Match number 81 on our Red Alliance from Virginia, it's 2145X, Pink Shimmery Unicorns. Their partner from Ohio, it's 4543-4W, Hog Wild. On blue from Florida, it's 4154R, USS Robotics. Their partner from Alabama, it's 56448B, Technovis. We'll leave it to our refs to count up and see who's walking away with a bonus. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus and a win point. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. USS Robotics going straight for their loader. They're trying to pick up a few more blocks. Red Alliance playing defense on them. Pink Shimmer Unicorns trying to pick up some of those match loads as well. We see Technovis trying to block them from that long goal while still trying to drop off some blocks as well. Blue Alliance dropping off of 5 blocks onto the long goal. Red Alliance trying to move them. Blue moves those blocks into the center of the long goal. Red Alliance trying to add a few more blocks. Technovis still playing defense on the Pink Shimmer Unicorns. More defense by both alliances. Red Alliance going straight for that center goal. Drops off a few of those blocks. Blue Alliance coming in. Looks like USS Robotics going for some match loads as well from the loader and dropping off a few more blocks onto the long goal. We see some blocks descored by the Red Alliance. A mixture of Blue and Red Alliance blocks. Blue Alliance dropping off another block onto the center goal. 20 seconds left on the clock. Red Alliance Hog Wild coming in and descoring some of those Blue Alliance blocks. We see the arm out by Blue Alliance. They're trying to descore a few more. We see a fight over that center goal. Red moves the blocks into the center of that long goal. Less than... And time expires. Results match 80 up on the board. 69-13 going to red. We're moving on to match 82. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. Let's start this match here in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous here for match number 82 on the Ripley's Field. On our Red Alliance from Tennessee, it's 69315A. Turkey Bots Adobe. Their partner from Alabama, it's 9904OA Awesome Sauce. On the blue from Florida, it's 229X Galactic. Their partner from South Carolina, it's 3796B. Birds aren't real. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance, Awesome Sauce, and Adobe E quickly going to those loaders and dropping off some blocks onto the long goals. Blue Alliance, Birds Aren't Real, adding as many of those match loads as they can into their robot. Galactic dropping off a few blocks onto that center goal. Red Alliance moving those blocks scored into the center of the long goal. We see some defense being played by Red Alliance onto Galactic. Red Alliance, Awesome Sauce trying to drop off onto that center goal. Galactic playing defense. Birds Aren't Real lining up. We see blocks being added to that long goal by Blue. Red Alliance coming in, trying to play defense, trying to move them right out of the way so they can't score any more blocks. Red Alliance picking up a few more blocks from the floor. We see more defense being played. Red Alliance trying to slow it down. Birds Aren't Real. Awesome Sauce coming in and playing defense right back onto Galactic. Both alliances playing defense back and forth, trying not to let the other get too close to those goals. 20 seconds left on the clock. We got a traffic jam in the center of the field. Blue Alliance lining up at the long goal, tries to drop off a few blocks. Red hitting them out of the way. 5 seconds to go. Galactic trying to go for that parking spot. Red Alliance into that parking spot as time expires.
All right. All right. On our AGN field, we have qualification match number 83, ready to almost ready to rock and roll. On the Red Alliance, we have 8448T and 26648Z. On the Blue Alliance, we have 2131N and 6008D. All right, we are ready for autonomous in 3, 2, 1. All right, blue takes the Auton win. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. Now, Blue Alliance got a lot of blocks scored during that Auton. They just get a lot more right there. Look at that, 2-1, 3-1N. They've got that cool custom license plate, and they've got a pretty quick, efficient scoring mechanism. But here's Red with a D score. Trying to undo all that good work from Blue. Meanwhile, 6008D on the Blue Alliance also managing to score quite a bit. Once again, though, 8448T. Trying to G-score as much as possible. Pretty much every robot in this competition has some kind of robotic arm that can fold down and then push blocks out from the top of the long goal. So we get a big scrum of robots all fighting over the same little spot on the field. Blue Alliance finding a winner to score. That's 6008D, scoring quite a lot of blocks. That's an entirely blue long goal now. But their alliance partner is stuck. 2-1-3-1N is wedged really, really hard in between the long goal and the tile. It is really, really hard to get out of those situations. And there's an entanglement going on between 8448T and 6008D. And they managed to free their teammate. Their alliance partner is free, but now they're stuck. They're stuck on each other now. And that effort to get themselves unstuck has gotten themselves both stuck. There's only 5 seconds left. Red is trying to park. They get a push from their teammate to try and help. Wow. It doesn't look like either red robot got parked. We can have Auton for match 84 in 3, 2, 1. On the Red Alliance, we have 42652F and 8823R. On the Blue Alliance, we have 3796J and 9447W. And despite a barrage of attempts, Red will take the Auton win because Blue crossed the line. We will have driver control in 3, 2, 1. So, of course, crossing the double white line during autonomous gives your opponent the Auton win. That's not allowed. There's a blue robot that's not working. 9447W has some kind of connection issue. They haven't moved at all, to the best of my knowledge. And now they're moving. So now Blue has both their robots in the action. Red had a window of time there without a lot of opposition. They haven't done a whole lot of scoring just yet. And now they've cleared out that match loader. 42652F has got a lot of blocks in their robot. They're going to score one down in that low goal. Now they're going to push Blue away from the long goal. We'll see where they try to score next. Not a lot of robots even have blocks in their robot right now. In fact, only one of them does. It's like everyone right now is just trying to scoop up blocks. You got 3796J for the Blue Alliance, scooping up blocks from that match loader, rolling around to get pushed away from the goal again. This is a very defensive game. We know that by now. But now Blue's going to line up for a score. They get one red block in there, then fill it with 3 blue blocks. And 8823R is trying to score a red block, but it tumbles out of the goal. It's kind of hard to score these blocks. They bounce around quite a bit, and they can be hard to control and manipulate with your robot. There's only 10 seconds left in the match. Not a lot of scoring has happened, as Red is going to try to climb into the parking zone now. Blue has already got one robot attempted to park. Red's got a robot that they tried to park with. I don't know if they managed to park it or not. We'll have to wait on that result. And we have a result from match 83, a 62-6 win for the blue.
We're getting ready for match number 85. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 85 on our Red Alliance. We have team 99905X Robogriffs, their partner 13722V Invictus. On blue from Alabama, it's 20605A First Class, their partner 15442A Capybara. Our refs are calculating up the field. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Blue Alliance quickly adding as many of those blocks as they can. Looks like we got majority blue on the close side. Long goal. Red Alliance coming in and knocking out, descoring some of those Blue Alliance blocks. Red Alliance trying to come in. First Class trying to get around Invictus. Capybara playing defense and not allowing Red Alliance to get anywhere close to that long goal. Red Alliance dropping off a few blocks. Blue Alliance staying strong on the other side of long goal. Trying not to let them get and remove any of those currently scored blue blocks. We see defense being played by Blue Alliance onto Red. Red coming in with their arm, trying to push out those blocks. Blue Alliance trying to add a few more blocks to that long goal. Red Alliance trying to move those blocks into the control zone. Back and forth, we see Capybaras and Robogriffs fighting over that long goal on the close side of the field. Blue Alliance pushing out and descoring some of the Red Alliance blocks. We see more defense being played by both alliances. 20 seconds to go. Blue Alliance descoring some blocks for Red. Blue Alliance descoring some blocks for Blue. Still moving some into the control zone. 5 seconds to go. Blue Alliance heading to that parking spot as time expires. Scores match 84 up on the board, 58-24. We're moving on to match 86. All right, we're going to start match 86 in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 86 on our Red Alliance. We have team 3824-040E Botanical Bots. Their partner is 3824-1A Ramtech. On the blue, we have 40,000A Apogee. Their partner is 29204A Robot Create. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus and a win point. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance going straight for that loader. Picking up blocks and heading straight for that long goal. We see 3 blocks by the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance quickly trying to get those match loads into their hopper. We see defense being played by Robot on to the Red Alliance. Red Alliance quickly picking up a few more blocks from the loader. Blue Alliance trying to descore some of those Red Alliance blocks. Red still hanging out by the end of the long goal. Blue pushing out and placing some of those blue blocks into the center of the long goal. We see some defense being played. Red Alliance trying to get over to that center goal. Play more defense on blue. Blue trying to stop Red from getting over to that long goal and dropping off some blocks. Blue Lions picking up a few blocks from across the field. More defense being played over that center goal. It's a traffic jam on the field. Blue Lions playing defense on to Ramtech. Ramtech still making their way around the field. Looks like they're heading for that parking spot. 20 seconds to go. Those parking spots are protected. Blue Lions quickly picking up a few more blocks from across the field. Apogee dropping off a few more blocks for Blue. Under 10 seconds to go. Blue going for the parking spot. 3 seconds to go as time expires. Scores for match 85 up on the board, 44-65 going to Blue.
All right, we're getting the field set up for match number 87. We are waiting on 66954A, 29204C on the Red Alliance, and 42652C and 4873K on the Blue Alliance. Got both of our Blue Alliance bots here, and we got both of our red bots here. We're just waiting for them to get set up while our field resetters do their work. So this is about the time of our tournament where a lot of these teams, they played enough games now where you can kind of get a sense of where they are. So if you look at the live stream behind me, you'll see that each team has a little number next to them, and that's where they are in the standings. And we're far enough along now. We've got a pretty big sample size of games. Those kind of matter. And as you can see in this game, we have the 38, 36, and 37th ranked teams. A win for any of the teams in that zone is really, really valuable. Because when it gets down to alliance selection, not every team is going to make it. So getting yourself into the 20s or even the teens is phenomenal for a team. So these teams are going to be really, really hungry for a win. Plug in your controller. All right, let's have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. All right, red's going to get on the board first. Oh, the block bounces out, though. Now blue's going to try to score. Try to give themselves an Auton win, but all 5 of those blocks miss the mark. So that is going to be an Auton tie. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, no one managed to score anything during the Auton period. But Red Alliance is able to get on the board first with a block, but 4-2-6, 5-2-C. Scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks in the first 20 seconds or so of this match. That's a really great start for Blue. I love the long goals in this game. You can kind of count up the blocks that they're scoring as they're doing it, and you can figure out who's doing a great job scoring. And Blue's got that same bot, 4-2-6, 5-2-C, has a lot of blocks for Blue. They're lining up a score now. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Another half dozen. And 2-9-2-0-4-C on the Red Alliance is trying to respond on the other side, but it looks like their scoring mechanism isn't working. It looks like it's jammed some way or another. Blue's going to add. Blue keeps adding. Red's going to fly across and play some defense now. They're going to try to push Blue away from that match loader. Well, the other red robot, 66954A, is trying to use that match loader. There's the pick and roll from red. One red robot is pushing the blue robot away to give their alliance partners some space to work with. And now red has 2 robots with blocks in them. We'll see if they can score in time. Blue is effectively playing 1-on-2 defense right now, stopping both of those red robots from scoring. Red adding a couple of blocks. That could be huge. Blue's on the other side, though. They're going to add a lot of blocks for blue, and those get pushed right back out. Blue Alliance being very effective with the scoring here, and they've got a parts robot. And that'll do it for match number 87. We head to match number 88. We're going to have Autonomous in 3, 2, 1. On the Red Alliance, we have 61568A and 97004A, who just scored a bunch in that middle goal. Also, 9364V on the Blue Alliance. Their alliance partner is 1255S. Red will take the Auton win, and we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. That Auton bonus from Red came as a result of an effort from 97004A. They didn't go for the long goal like some teams do. They went for that middle goal, and it paid off. But 9364V on the Blue Alliance, they didn't quite have the Auton that they wanted, but they're quick to respond. They've already got 4 blocks, not just in that long goal, but carefully positioned in the middle of that long goal. This is very precise driving from Blue Alliance. 9364V is very carefully placing these blocks. Some teams are focused on getting the blocks in there as fast as possible. 9364V is being a little bit more precise. They're taking their time, they're picking their spot, and they're going for it. And they're getting defended against pretty heavily right now. A couple more from Blue, and they're going to try to slide those into the middle. And Blue Alliance is following up those shots with their blocks. They're putting the blocks in the long goal, and they're following that up by trying to position them in the middle. Because once again, if you've got the blocks in the middle, you have control of that goal and some extra points. Red Alliance is trying to de-score Blue's blocks, but they can't quite reach it. 61568A for the Red Alliance, rolling on over to the match loader, trying to grab some blocks to work with. They're trying to score now. They got 1, 2 blocks for Red, but 1255S on the Blue Alliance, right there to play defense. And there's a big D score from Blue. Red's only got 1 block scored anywhere on the field right now. 10 seconds left in the match. Red is trying to park. Blue Alliance tried to park at the very end, but they couldn't quite get there in time.
All right, we're getting ready for our next match. Match number 89. here on the AGN field. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match number 89 on red. We have a 38241T Torque Titans, their partner 7447G, the Dysfunctional. On blue, we have 4828X Redux, their partner 9364D Iron Eagles Dumpster Fire. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come live. Both Blue Alliance robots going straight for those loaders. We see Redux dropping off some blocks for the Blue Alliance. Their partner, Dumpster Fire, dropping off a few as well. Red Alliance, the Dysfunctional, quickly picking up and adding more blocks to their hopper. Redux coming in, playing defense on the Red Alliance. Dysfunctional still picking up some blocks along the way. They head to that long goal. We see Blue Alliance playing defense. That's not something the Dysfunctional from dropping off a few of those blocks. Dumpster Fire trying to add a few more blocks for Blue. Red trying to add a few more. Blue trying to move some of those blocks into the control zone. Red trying to come in and play some blocks as well. Under a minute to go. Red Alliance trying to add a few more blocks in. We see Redux quickly picking up some more from the loader. Defense being played. Red Alliance onto Blue. Dysfunctional is trying to pick up a few more blocks. Blue Alliance, Dumpster Fire not letting them go anywhere close to that goal. Dysfunctional still trying to get over to the long goal. Blue Alliance playing defense. 20 seconds to go. Those parking spots are protected. More defense being played by the Blue Alliance. Dysfunctional dropping off a block onto the center goal. Under 10 seconds left in the match. Red trying to get over to that parking spot. 3 seconds to go as time expires. We got scores for match number 88, 29-10 going to Blue. We're going to start match number 90 in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match number 90 on our Red Alliance 3239V Vanguard. Their partner 56448B Technovis. On blue, we have 229X Galactic. Their partner 3131V. Drum roll, please. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. We start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. Red Alliance quickly going to that loader and picking up some blocks and adding them to the long goal. Blue Alliance coming in with some blocks as well. Drum roll, please. Trying to add a few more blocks and take ownership of that control zone. Red with their arm moving their blocks into that center of the long goal. Red Alliance is still trying to get over to that long goal. We see defense being played back and forth. Red and Blue Galactic and Vanguard. More defense on the Red Alliance. Blue Lions, drum roll please, trying to add a few more blocks. Looks like they're going to hold strong at their spot next to the long goal. Galactic still playing defense on the Red Alliance. Tick Novus trying to move, drum roll please, out of the way of that long goal. Drum roll please. Still staying in that spot. Red descoring a few of their own blocks off of the long goal. More defense being played. Galactic trying to move the Red Alliance away from their alliance partner. 20 seconds to go. Those parking zones are protected. Red Alliance is stuck on the Blue Alliance robot. Blue Alliance going for the parking zone. Red lining up, trying to go to the parking zone as time expires.
All right. Qualification match number 91 coming up. Our Blue Alliance is ready. We're still waiting on Red. Our Blue Alliance is 35016Z and 9447W. Our Red Alliance is 24816H, who just got here, and 4154R. All right, let's have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Four, 1, 5, 4 R on the Red Alliance. They put 2 blocks in that middle goal, but they got themselves stuck in that match loader and couldn't finish their run. Red will still take it though because they control that middle goal, and we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. Red takes the Auton bonus in that match. Blue Alliance trying to respond. Blue Alliance did get more blocks scored during the Auton, but Red got control of the middle goal, and that's how they took the Auton win. Blue Alliance trying to respond. That's 35016Z, who's got several blocks in their robot to score, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks scored now for Blue. Puts them out to a nice early start. Red Alliance, though, ready to respond. That's 4, 1, 5, 4 R on the Red Alliance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in response. But now here comes Blue again, scoring from the other end of that long goal. No one has managed to de-score that yet, but it is a full goal. Red is trying to de-score, and they get a big push. 24816H on the Red Alliance. Making some progress on the other side of the field. Red's got blocks in all the goals right now, but Blue is trying to take away that front long goal. But the defense is there. They're getting pushed away. They got 2 blocks in there, but it didn't quite secure it. What teams are really looking for is to get their blocks in the middle of that long goal in between the 2 pieces of white tape. Right now, Red Alliance controls that front long goal. And 4154R getting a lot of blocks into their robot from the match loader. Look how many they're able to score quickly, but Blue is going to respond. Blue is going to respond to the other long goal. Every block is going to count. The defense is coming through, but a big D-score from Red. That's a huge play from the Red Alliance. Blue gets a parked robot, though. Blue has almost got a parked robot. Blue's robot is very close to parked. Red doesn't look like they managed to do it. We'll be ahead to match number 92. All right, we are missing a team. We need 643E, Shake and Bake. Are they at an interview? plugged in. Going? Start without him. Okay. All right, 643E is not here. We're going to have autonomous in. 3, 2, 1. What was mismatching? That doesn't matter. That's one either here. That's. Red takes the autonomous, and we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Now red is in a 1 versus 2. Their alliance partner isn't here. 13722V. They've got a tall order ahead of them, but they're managing to score early. They're trying to clear out that match loader. Dude, blue is trying to defend, but red alliance is doing a solid job scoring, but so is blue. 29204A on the blue alliance. They don't have anyone to guard them because red only has 1 robot on the field. So they've got a wide open chance to get as much scoring done as possible here. Red is also trying to stock up on blocks, but they're going to have a defender on them. 8823R is going to sit, I imagine, on that bot all match long. There's a push. Red's got 1 block. That's some progress. They're going to circle back around. They're going to try to score again. They didn't quite get it out in time. Now they end up spitting a ton of blocks out onto the field. Blue Alliance with 29204A out there, scoring pretty much uninhibited, and that's kind of to be expected. Ten seconds left in the match. Blues tried to park at the very end. They couldn't quite get there. We're going to send it down to Allie.
All right, we're getting ready for match number 93. All right, we're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match 93 on our Red Alliance 4873K, Chaos. Their partner 3796B, Birds Aren't Real. On blue, we have 608X, X Factor. Their partner 2145X, Pink Shimmery Unicorns. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Blue Alliance quickly going and grabbing those blocks from their loader. Red Alliance coming in and playing defense. X Factor dropping off 3 blocks on to the long goal. More defense being played by Chaos onto the Pink Shimmery Unicorns. Birds Aren't Real going straight for that loader, adding as many blocks as they can fit in their robot and heading over to that long goal. More defense being played by Chaos on to both Blue Alliance robots. X Factor trying to line up at the long goal. We see them drop off a few blocks and push those so they're closer to the control zone on the long goal. Birds Aren't Real coming in with quite a few blocks themselves, trying to add them to the long goal. Blue and red going back and forth. Pink Shimmery Unicorns coming in and pushing out and descoring some of those Red Alliance blocks. Blue Alliance quickly playing some more defense on red. Pink Shimmery Unicorns quickly making their way around. Looks like they have a few blocks in their possession. More defense being played. X Factor playing defense on Birds Aren't Real. Red Alliance trying to hold strong with that defense. Birds Aren't Real still trying to pick up a few of those. 20 seconds to go. More defense by the Blue Alliance onto red. Lot of trying to stop the other alliance from doing anything. Blue Alliance into the parking spot. Red going to the parking spot. Not quite in there as time expires. 92 is up on the board. Going to the Blue Alliance. We're ready for match 94. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match 94 on a red. We have team 99905X Robogriffs, their partner 99040E Botanical Bots. On blue, we have 8448T Spartan and their partner 97004A Forge Robotics. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance immediately going for the loader. Picking up those blocks and dropping them off onto the long goal. They go back to the loader, get some of those match loads, and place those into the goal. Spartan on the other side of the long goal, dropping off a few blocks. Looks like two robots might be stuck together. Blue Alliance making their way around the field. We get all 4 robots back in the game. Looks like Botanical Bots just had a slightly nudge. We got all 4 robots back. Blue Alliance Spartan with their arm out, trying to line up at the long goal. Red Alliance coming in and playing defense, trying not to let them touch their currently scored blocks. Blue Alliance adding those match loads. That's 97004A. Quickly grabbing some match loads. Red Alliance dropping off a few blocks as well. Spartan trying to line up on that long goal. Red Alliance coming in playing defense. Robogriffs moving them away from that long goal. Trying not to let them score any more of those blocks. Blue Alliance de-scoring a few of the red blocks. We have under 20 seconds to go. More defense over those long goals. Blue Alliance, Spartan going straight for that parking spot. Red Alliance going for the parking spot. 5 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Time expires.
All right, we've got results ready from match number 93, an 89-8 win for the blue. All right, in match number 95, we have 9364D and 15442A. Red is ready, blue is ready. We've seen eye protection. And now we will have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Go. On the blue alliance, you have 99040A and 42652C. Red's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to start. I'll tell you what, Red Alliance did a great job on that Auton. They got a red win point as well. We will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Red Alliance at the last second of that Auton secured not only the Auton win, but the Auton win point. They had 10 blocks across at least 3 different goals with at least 2 blocks per goal. Blue Alliance, though, they may not have had the Auton that they wanted. They didn't score anything during Auton, but they are quickly responding with driver control. 99040A poured a ton of blue blocks into that long goal. They almost tip over, but they managed to control it. There's a big pushing match going on. 15442A trying to line up on that match loader, getting pushed around by blue. 42652C on the Blue Alliance, keeping that red bot under lock and key. As blue now starts to go scoring, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. They added 5 blocks to that long goal. and the other red robot is stuck, it seems. They're trying to get some D-scoring done, but they're getting harassed by that blue bot, and that's making it hard to do. And now there's a D-score from red. They've got control over that goal now. They're going to see if they can clear out the blue blocks. Yes, they can. That's a big, big D-score from red. 30 seconds left in the match. And now blue's having to score in turn, but they can do that. 4-2, 6, 5-2C. Adding 4 blocks to that long goal. And now pushing red away. Red's got a lot of control over these goals. 5 seconds, not a lot of time left. They're trying to push blue around. Blue's trying to get control over that goal. But red keeps forcing them back and holding on to that goal. Next match is almost ready. Match number 96. All right, blue, are y'all ready? Just waiting on our teams to be ready. On the red alliance, we have 12914X and 2536A. On the blue alliance, we have 9364V and 40,000A. Everyone's ready. We're going to have autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, the blue alliance here consists of our number 2 and 5 overall teams. And they're demonstrating why very quickly. They've got a lot of points scored during Auton already. But red is responding very capably. Red only had 1 robot doing anything during autonomous. 12914X. Red Alliance has the Auton win point. So Red Alliance is going to get a big boost in the standings. And they've got the Auton win. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. So Blue Alliance had 2 robots contributing for that Auton, but 12914X did such a good job that they were able to get the Auton win and the win point all on their own. That's an incredibly impressive feat of programming from the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, though, quick on the response. 40000A, 40,000A. They've already got a lot of blocks in their robot. They're rolling around looking for a chance to score. And they're scoring in that low goal, that low middle goal on the very bottom. Not a lot of robots actually have a mechanism to effectively score there. It looks like Blue Alliance has that. Interesting strategy from the Blue Alliance. Looks like they're prioritizing those middle goals for now, as Red Alliance trying to slow down the Blue offense. Now there's a pushing and shoving war. 9364V going head-to-head with 12914X. Each of them trying to push their opponent's blocks out of the middle of that goal. And they're just going back and forth and back and forth. It's red and blue and red and blue. And they're doing the same thing over and over. As quick as blue can score in that middle goal, 2536A is able to D-score it. So few blocks are currently scored. That's been the result of a lot of D-scoring and a lot of defense preventing anyone from actually scoring. 5 seconds remaining in the match. Who's going to go for a park, if anyone? 40,000A goes for a park. Blue Alliance, crucially, is the alliance to get the parking done. And that could be the game changer. Sending it on over to Allie.
We're getting ready for match number 97. All right, looks like we're ready to roll in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous for match number 97 on red. We have 26648Z Zabulous. Their partner 38241T Torque Titans. On blue, we have 29204C Walks a Lot. Their partner 1235D Wolverines Dean. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus because red threw a block out of the field during autonomous. We're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. 1235D quickly picking up as many of those match loads as they can via the loader, trying to get over to the long goal. Red Alliance trying to get over to that center goal. We see defense being played by Waxalot on to the Red Alliance. 1235D going straight back for that loader and grabbing a few more match loads to put into their hopper. Red Alliance trying to get over to that long goal. We see defense being played on Wolverines. 26648Z trying to play defense on blue. Blue still dropping off a few of those blocks. We see an arm out by red. Red trying to move some blocks over. Blue also trying to move some blocks over, just in the opposite direction. Red Alliance descoring a few of those blue blocks and moving a Red Alliance block into the control zone. Blue Alliance quickly picking up some blocks from across the field and trying to add them into their hopper. Blue Alliance drops off 3 blocks for their Alliance under 20 seconds to go. That means those parking spots are protected. Red Alliance lining up and trying to get their robot into that zone. More defense being played. Red Alliance arm out, trying to push, and they place a red block into the control zone. 3 seconds to go. We got a blue robot in the parking zone as time expires. Results for 96 up on the board, 27-41. Going to blue. All right. All right, looks like we're ready to roll with match 98 in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 98 in our Red Alliance. We have 3440V Vanguard. Their partner 97934U Robo Panthers up the ante. On the blue, we have 3796J Jank. Their partner 57711X Rocky. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance quickly picking up a few of their match loads. Jank trying to pick up a few as well. Defense being played on the Red Alliance by blue. Up the ante, trying to get over to that long goal. We see 3796J dropping off a few blocks for blue and push them in to get more blue blocks into that control zone. 3796J picking up a few more match loads and dropping them onto the long goal. We still see defense being played by Rocky on to the Red Alliance. We have 2v1 in this match. Red Alliance quickly trying to get away from the Blue Alliance. Rocky still hanging on strong to the Red Alliance. Red Alliance arm out. Looks like they're going for that long goal, trying to line up. Blue Alliance moving them away from that long goal, trying not to let them touch any of those blocks they currently have scored. More defense being played by Rocky. Jank adding quite a few more blocks for blue. Red Alliance with their arm trying to descore, and they descored 2 of those blocks for blue. From blue. More defense being played on the Red Alliance. 20 seconds to go. Those parking zones are protected. More defense being played on the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, Jank trying to pick up a few more blocks. 10 seconds to go. Blue drops off a few blocks on to the center goal. Red trying to stop them. 3 seconds to go. We get one robot in the parking zone, another as time expires. That's match 98. We're going to move on to match 99. Take it away.
Well, we're still having a committee meeting over this last match, so it could be a minute before we get around to playing another game on this field.
That blue ball is right on the line.
Results on the board for 96. We're moving on to match 99.
Okay, and that would have been match affecting?
No, that's the other thing I was showing.
So we had a very close decision in this last match over the exact location of one of the blue blocks.
Yeah, that's why that Q&A is there. Because it...
The block has to be 100% in between.
Yeah, but the problem is
and also the tape isn't
I
like
see,
taped
yeah.
correctly. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like
awful.
bad.
Why?
Might need to get
So in this next match, we've got 7447G and 66954A. On the blue alliance, you have 45434W and 2131N. Teams are setting up as quick as they can. Thanks for the hustle, guys. You'll have autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go for match number 99. Seven 447G on the Red Alliance. They've scooped up quite a few blocks already. They managed to score 4 for Red on 1 long goal. Their alliance partner 66954A scored 2 for Red. But Blue Alliance spread out blocks across a bunch of goals as well. This is going to be pretty close. Red takes the Auton win by 1 point. We will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Red Alliance had the Auton win, but Blue Alliance is scoring very quickly out of that match loader on both sides. 4-5-4-3-4-W. Quickly filling up that long goal, but 7-4-4-7-G on the Red Alliance is doing a great job stopping Blue from gaining ground in that long goal. As they push it back out, they ram their bot right into the long goal to force it back out. And Blue Alliance scores a lot of blocks on that other long goal. Now Blue Alliance controls that entire goal. Red getting control of that lower middle goal and that far lower goal. This is a pretty even match so far. Everyone is scoring. This literally could not be more even as far as I see it. And now there's a 4-robot pileup in the middle of the field. 45 seconds left. Plenty of time for the status quo to go crazy. Red piling on points into the middle. 7-4-4-7-G. Getting pushed away from that middle goal. The defense is coming through from Blue. They don't want Red to score anything else. Blue trying to go for a D score, but getting caught up on those blocks, and now red is going to try to hold on to those blocks, but is getting knocked out. Blue cleared out a lot of points from that long goal. 20 seconds left, 15 now. Blue Alliance slowly but surely tacking on more and more blocks, trying to gain control of that long goal. Have they got it? Blue trying to park. Blue got a robot parked. Red also got a robot parked. Look at that. Some of the parking at the last possible second has been very, very impressive today. Because you want to take as little time as possible with that. Got a brief technical error going on. Thanks for bearing with us. This is match number 100 of the day. Ripley's Field needs a little bit of maintenance. On the Red Alliance, we have 4828X and 57249C, Joker. And we are ready for Auton. Nope, not yet. On the Blue Alliance, we have 6008D and 29204E. Still dealing with some temporary wiring and cable issues. Thank you to Chris, by the way, for being our maintenance guy. So one interesting thing you might notice is that across drive teams, there's a big discrepancy. Some teams, so every team is required to have glasses for eye protection. Some teams will go with clear glasses, like your normal safety glasses. Some teams will go with sunglasses. Now, logic and reasoning would tell you that sunglasses are a disadvantage, but the most overlooked element of Vex Robotics is style points. Back when I competed, our team once put an entire potato on our robot just because it looked cool. So don't think less of any team using sunglasses, because the style points are a very, very real factor in Vex. They're not on the scorecard. They don't help your standings. But we do this for fun. Chris calling for the unplug. Unplugs the brain, gets the battery reattached. Swapping out those cables, getting him in the right port. Getting this planer place. He's got like wires swapped out now. He's navigating the menus. He's waiting for the signal to pick up. Everyone getting told to reconnect the controllers. If this works, it'll be the most impressive brain pit stop I've ever seen. User program not running. Radio not linked. Ready to go. Blue Alliance, once again, no issues. Red Alliance plugging back in. Radio not connected. User program not running. 1 green. User program. Ready to go. Do we have thumbs up from everybody still? Everyone's good. Everyone's good. Deep breath. Let's have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Please work. Please work. Yes, it works. Okay, let's go. Good job, Chris. Sorry about that delay, folks. We had a bit of a brain issue. Not a human brain, a robot brain. As Red Alliance stacking a lot of blocks on the field. Look at this. 4828X managed to get all the red blocks they had, but none of the blue blocks they had scored. That's really great control over the blocks. You don't want to put your opponent's color in. And they managed to get their color, but not their opponent's color scored. Red takes the Auton win, and an Auton win point will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. There's already wrestling between these robots going on. 29204E on the Blue Alliance. Gets right into the grill of Joker. 57249C. This is a strategy we've seen some teams employ. They'll essentially say to one of the robots on their team, go crazy, play defense, don't let them do anything. There's a lot of spacers and parts all over the field. I don't know whose robot that's from. Hopefully it's nothing mission critical for anybody. It's a 5828X. On the Red Alliance, they've got a lot of blocks in their robot, but they can't seem to score them. They're getting pushed around. And 6008D had scored for Blue Alliance, but Red D scored it right back. Red Alliance is trying to D-score some of those blue blocks. Now Blue Alliance is coming in, trying to push those blue blocks into the middle of the long goal, but Red wins that pushing match, and now Red controls the one long goal here. Blue's trying to score those. 6008D gets 2 blocks in there. Red now lining up a D-score, but they get pushed away. I'm hearing communication from these driver teams. They're talking to each other. They're being vocal. They're saying, go here to this. Blue's now scoring, and now the D-score as soon as Blue scores it, Red has D-scored it. Blue is currently stuck. One of the blue robots is stuck on a goal as Red is getting their points scored. Blue's trying to help their alliance partner, but they're getting pushed away. Red is trying to park. They're clambering onto the blocks. Red has a parked robot.
All right, we're getting ready for match number 101. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous with match 101. On our Red Alliance, we have team 65162A, Deja Vu. Their partner 20605A, First Class. On blue, we have 61568A, Genesis. Their partner 3131V. Drum roll, please. We're going to leave it up to our rest to score up the field and see how autonomous is going to shape out. A 1-point difference in autonomous, but Red is going to take the bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance immediately pushing their blocks closer to the control zone. Blue Alliance trying to de-score some of them. First Class quickly adding a few more blocks into their possession. Drum roll, please. Lining up and dropping off a few blocks, moving out some of the red. Deja Vu trying to stop them from de-scoring. It's impressive to see a block is actually on top of the long goal. 31-31V drops off a few more blocks. Red Alliance lining up at their center goal. Drops off a block for the Red Alliance. Looks like we got a robot stuck. First class dropping off a few blocks. D-scoring one of the blue. Red and blue both Deja Vu and a drum roll please trying to stop the other one from D-scoring blocks. Red Alliance moving blocks and D-scoring quite a few blue. Blue trying to push them over. Red Alliance adding quite a few more blocks, leaving it completely red in the center of a long goal. Blue Alliance trying to get over and moves some of those blocks, D-scoring. We have less than 20 seconds to go. Red Alliance first class lining up, trying to drop off a few blocks and add more red to that control zone. Blue with blocks in hand, trying to drop off a few. Red push them out of the way as time expires. Scores for match 100 up on the board, 79-6, going to red. We're getting ready for match 102. All right, we're going to start match 102 in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match 102 on our Red Alliance. We have 1255S Spicy Bread, their partner 69315A Turkey Bots Adobe. On the blue, we have 42652F Fix It Felix, their partner 38241A Ramtech. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance are going straight for the long goal. That's Spicy Bread trying to drop off the block. They get one dropped off for red. Blue Alliance trying to pick up a few blocks. Red Alliance playing defense on blue. Ramtech trying to slow it down, Spicy Bread. Adobe coming in and still playing some defense on blue. We see defense back and forth. Red Alliance drops off a few blocks onto that center goal. Fix It Felix moving a few of those blocks into the center. We see Fix It Felix moving some more blue blocks into the control zone. Looks like we got two robots that might be stuck together. They break free. We still see more defense being played. Spicy Bread trying to line up and drop off a few blocks. They drop off a few and push those into the center of the long goal. Fix It Felix trying to push some of those blocks for the Blue Alliance into the center. Spicy Bread coming in, trying to add a few blocks. Blue trying to move some into the control zone. Spicy Bread adding a few more blocks for the Red Alliance and push those over into the control zone of the goal. 20 seconds to go. Those parking zones are projected. Blue Alliance making their way around. Looks like they're going for a few more blocks in their possession. Fix It Felix moving those long goals, making sure that they get those blue blocks into the center. Spicy Bread trying to come in and move some blocks red into the center as time expires.
Well, once again, we're having some civil discussion about the result of our previous match. Looks like the contention is this match is that one of the teams feels that they were held against the wall for too long, and our refs will be deliberating over whether or not that was the case. Now, in years past, the rule has been you're allowed to pin somebody for 5 seconds. AKA, that's holding them against the wall, holding them against an object, holding them against another robot so they can't move. After that, you have to give them free reign for 5 seconds. The rule this year is different. The rule this year is you can only hold them for 3 seconds, but you still have to give them 5 seconds after that. So if you hold someone against the wall for 3 seconds or longer, well, I guess technically 3 seconds is allowed, but if you hold someone there for 4, 5, 6 seconds, then you're pinning them, and that's a violation. So our refs will be deciding whether or not a violation was committed. So on one field, we have a discussion over whether or not a violation was committed. We're going to go ahead and play match number 104. Is everyone ready? We'll have us on in 3, 2, 1. On the Blue Alliance, we have a team with wonderful Birds Aren't Real shirts on, so we love a good style choice for Robotics. Got a blue Auton bonus win, and we will have driver control in 3, 2, 1. So Blue Alliance got that Auton win, and it was close, but they did get it. Not to be outdone, though. Red quickly zooming around, trying to shut down Blue from scoring anymore. But 3796B on the Blue Alliance. They've got a really cool robot that's kind of this like elevated construction arm thing. I'm not really sure how to describe that, but it looks really cool, and it seems pretty effective. Red Alliance, though, with a big D score. That's 40,000A, Apogee. It's an iconic black decoration for a robot. It's been pretty effective all tournament long. The defense is coming in from Rocky, though. Blue Alliance so far is doing a solid job holding on to the blocks they've got. Red Alliance is scoring bit by bit. And that's a huge D-scoring push. Now Blue Alliance is going to turn around. They're looking for the match leader, looking to try and get more blocks scored. They're trying to prevent Red from de-scoring anything. And that what you're hearing the refs call is blue 1, blue 2, blue 3. You're only allowed to block for you're only allowed to pin somebody else for so long. The refs are telling them to back off. It's a very low-scoring game. A lot of defense, a lot of very gritty, aggressive play. Red was focused a lot on whittling away that lead from Blue. They spent a lot of time that match de-scoring. We'll see if they de-scored enough by the end. They did get some good blocks of their own. This one could come down to who won the autonomous. All right, now we can finally reset our AG infield. That's fun. What are we doing? That is match number. We just played 104. This 103 or 105? Red Alliance, are y'all ready? Thanks for your patience, folks. All right, we will have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Blue Alliance has scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Blue gets 1, 2, red gets 1, 2, 3. Red adds one more. Blue has ended up with 7. So Blue Alliance, it looks like, is going to take the Auton win. Blue takes it. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. On the Red Alliance, we got 99905X, the Robo Griffs, looking for an early D score on what Blue got during Auton, but 8823R, playing defense, defending what they put there. Blue Alliance trying to play a lot of defense, trying to rough Red up. And Red Alliance is starting to scoop from that match loader. Both Red robots have a lot of blocks that in the robot that they can use. 35016Z on the Red Alliance doing a lot of scoring. 12914X. Responds very quickly. It's a very good D score. And Blue Alliance has all the blocks in that front long goal. 99905X has got a lot of blocks in the robot. They're zooming around. They get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 blocks for Red in that long goal. It's a big score for Red. There's a brawl going on in the middle of the field now for control of that shorter goal. There's a lot of blocks on the floor. I think the teams have used up most of their match loads. 20 seconds left. Parking is protected. Not a lot of teams have been going for parking until the very last second today. One of these Red bots seems to be stuck. They might have a block underneath their robot. Yeah, it looks like they got a blue block stuck underneath them. Blue Alliance is trying to park several robots. Red tried to get a robot to park. All right. Yep. Yes. We're match behind on this one because there was a 10.
Just a quick announcement about Alliance selection, which is happening following qualification matches. We're going to be playing it before the lunch break. We're going to be doing Alliance selection before the lunch break. So, don't leave after your last match thinking we're going to do Alliance selection after lunch. Alliance selection for both divisions are happening before the lunch break. All right, we're going to get ready to play match 105 here on the Alchemy Global Networks field. In match 105 on our Red Alliance from Tennessee, we have 9364V Iron Eagles Vitality. Their partner from California is 15442A Capybara. On blue from Alabama, we have 29204C Waxalot. And their partner from Kentucky is 3440V Vanguard. I do want to point out in the Clingmans Dome division, we do have more matches than Cades Cove in general. So they can finish, but our fields are getting beaten up by these robots, which happens. All right, we're ready to roll with match 105 in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous for match 105. Red dropping off a few blocks on to the long goal. Blue is on the wrong side of the field.
No autonomous.
Well, no one's going to take the autonomous bonus. Red knocked out a blue block, and blue crossed over the line. So no one's going to take that autonomous bonus. We're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start with the match list by the Red Alliance. Cappy Bear quickly picking up all of the blocks in their loader and trying to make their way over to the long goal. Vanguard following right behind them. We see Cappy Bear dropping off about 7 different blocks on to the long goal. Red having the majority of both long goals currently. Vitality dropping off a few more blocks for Red. Blue drops off a few. Red 9364V dropping off a few more for Red, almost filling that long goal. We see more defense being played by the Blue Alliance onto both Red robots. Red dropping off 2 blocks onto that center goal. More defense being played. Vanguard trying to move Red Alliance out of the way. Red Alliance trying to line up. Cappy Bear is trying to line up on that long goal. It looks like their arm is out and ready to go. Blue Alliance trying to get over to the long goal. Vitality dropping off another block onto that center goal for Red. Blue Alliance with their arm out. We see some more defense being played on Capybaras. Blue trying to drop off some blocks onto the center goal. Iron Eagles coming in and moving them out of the way. 20 seconds left on the clock. Capybaras pushing more of those red blocks into the center of the goal. Red Alliance trying to get into that parking zone. 7 seconds left on the clock. Both Red Alliance robots trying to get into the parking spot together. Blue gets a robot in as time expires. Skills is going to close as soon as match 115 here in the Clingmans Dome division is at 0. So after match 115 is when Skills field is going to close. We're getting ready for match 106. Alliance selection will be happening before the lunch break for both divisions. We're ready to roll match 106 in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 106 on our Red Alliance from South Carolina. We have 9447W Stark Industries. Their partner from Georgia is 1235D Wolverines D. On Blue Alliance from Tennessee, it's 2536A Albatross. Their partner from Alabama, it's 29204A Robot. That's going to be a tie in autonomous. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. Red Alliance, both robots going straight for dropping off. Blocks on to the long goal. Blue Alliance going for some match loads. That's 29204A. Getting those match loads and going right on over to the long goal. Dropping off 5 blocks for the Blue Alliance. We see Wolverines with a full hopper trying to make their way over to the goal. Blue Alliance coming in and playing defense on them. Red Alliance trying to line up at that long goal. Stark Industries quickly picking up a few more blocks from the loader and heading over to the goal. We see Red drops off a few more blocks. There's still a fight over this close by goal. Blue trying to add a few more blocks. Red trying to move their blocks into the center. Blue Lines not letting Red move any more blocks. Red Wolverines dropping off a few more blocks for Red. Blue coming in and descoring some of those red blocks, placing some of those blue blocks now in the center of the goal. Red Alliance trying to pick up a few blocks from the floor. We still see defense being played by Albatross on to the Blue Alliance. Looks like Red is playing defense right back. Wolverines pushes those blocks into the center. Less than 20 seconds in this match. Blue Alliance pushes those blocks, descoring some Red. More defense being played, under 10 seconds to go. Red trying to get into that parking zone. Blue trying to get in there as well. Looks like they're going for some blocks as time expires.
Currently resetting the field and getting ready for match number 107. On the red alliance in this match, we have 97934U and 6008D. On the blue alliance, you have 66954A and 97004A. You were censored in that particular case because your head was behind the We're going to have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. A lot of attempts, only 2 blocks scored so far for blue. 3 for blue, 1 for red. Blue will take the Yaton win. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. On the red alliance, 6008D, scoring 1, 2, 3 blocks pretty quickly. Then they spit out the blue ones. That's something that teams are always watching for. You can accidentally scoop up your opponent's block very easily. And if you're careful, you can avoid scoring for your opponent and only score for yourself. That's what Red Alliance has done so far. Blue Alliance on the other side has scored quite a few blocks as well. 97004A on the Blue Alliance, that big lumbering robot. They can score quite a few at once, and they can also really box you out. And they're squared up to 97934U. Not a particularly small robot themselves, and they are just blocking them right out. It's not necessarily that they have more powerful drive or anything like that. It's just that the size makes them so hard to get around. 97934U on the Red Alliance, getting pushed around, trying to find an opportunity. Got one red block they're holding onto right now. Red is pushing blue away from their match loader. That's 66954A. Looks like they might be. It looks like they might be entangled. 97934U looks entangled with 66954A. They are really stuck. That is in there. Oh, now they're undone. They're undone. They're unstuck. 10 seconds. Time is really, really ticking. 5 seconds. Red has a parts robot. Blue does manage to score a block on that long goal at the last second, but Red had a parts robot. Right. All right, let's have autonomous in. What was? Sorry, I didn't see him there. Yeah. So far, both alliances have scored in that middle goal. Now Red's going to add some to the long goal. Red's very excited about that Auton. And Red does take the Auton win. We'll have driver control in. 3, 2, 1, go. 2145X. Immediately going to that match loader, scoring as many blocks as they can, and then throwing them into the middle, trying to gain blue control. There is a red block in there. There's a lot of blue blocks in that goal in general. And there's a big attempt at a block coming in from 3131V. Sorry, 3131V was trying to score. 26648Z on the blue alliance was not having it. And they took that big robotic arm and they tried to smack the blocks away. That is a really interesting logjam. Both of those robots are stuck. Red is stuck and blue is stuck. And now they get unstuck. They get run into, but they were wedged against each other like logs on in a pyramid structure. Looks like there might be a little bit of entanglement. Nope, they're unstuck now. Blue Alliance clears a few blocks out. Red is getting a lot of ammo from that match loader. They're looking for an angle. Can they get there? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks at once for Red Alliance. It's a fantastic bit of scoring for them. As they get pushed away, and now it gets undone. 2145X on the Blue Alliance comes in with a D score. And a lot of that work for Red gets undone. Blue also trying to score a little bit in that central goal. They're trying to go for the other long goal as well, but there's a suffocating defense from 38241A. Blue Alliance scoring a little bit more as time starts to run down. Blue tries to park. It doesn't look like either alliance managed to park. That's going to be a close one because at the last second, Red managed to knock some blocks into the middle. Let's send it down to Alley.
All right, final checks here on the field for match 109. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous, so for match number 109 on our Red Alliance, we have 65162A Deja Vu. Their partner 38241T Torque Titans. On the blue, we have 69315A Turkey Bots Adobe. Their partner 3796J Jank. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Deja Vu quickly getting those match loads in. We see defense being played by the Turkey Bots trying to move them out of the area of the goal. Titans dropping off a block on to the center goal. Blue Line's coming in and moving them out of the way. 3796J dropping off a few blocks for the Blue Alliance and then go back for their match loads from the loader. We see Blue Lions trying to add some blocks. Red trying to add some at the same time on the same goal. It is a fight over who can keep their blocks where they want them. Red trying to push more blocks. Blue currently having the control zone. We see defense being played by Red onto the Blue Lions robot. Red trying to move Blue away from the goal. More defense being played by both alliances. Blue lining up at that center goal. Deja Vu dropping off a few more blocks and moving blocks for the Red Alliance into the center of that long goal. More defense being played. Red Alliance not holding up on to 37-96J. Red Alliance, Deja Vu moving those blocks out of the way and getting them into the control zone. Less than 20 seconds to go. Blue Lions, Jing trying to add a few more blocks. Red trying not to let them move them. They're pushing them back and forth onto this goal. 5 seconds to go. Red is in the parking spot. Blue pushing some of their blocks into the control zone as time expires. Results from match 108. We're going to move on to match number 110. Just a quick announcement to teams. If you walked away with any blocks from the field, please return them. We do need those to keep playing matches. All right, looks like we're ready to roll in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous for match number 110. On our Red Alliance, we have 8448D Spartan, their partner 42652F, Fix It Felix. On blue, we have 4543 4W Hog Wild, their partner 3239V Vanguard. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus of driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Alliance coming in with defense onto Hog Wild. We see Vanguard quickly picking up those match loads from the loader and heading up back to the long goal. Fix It Felix trying to add some blocks for the Red Alliance. Looks like they might be going back to their loader, and they go back to the goal instead and add another block. Blue Lions de-scoring quite a few of the red. Red coming in and trying to de-score some of the blue. Blue taking the majority on the long goal. Red Alliance trying to de-score some of those blue blocks. Looks like they're getting stuck on the goal instead. More defense over onto the Red Alliance by Hog Wild. They're trying to get over around the Red Alliance. Spartan still trying to knock out some of those blocks. Their arm is up, and they're trying to line up to a long goal. Blue Alliance Vanguard standing strong next to the long goal, trying to keep their currently scored blocks where they are. Red Alliance quickly making their way around the field. More defense being played by Hog Wild. More defense being played. 20 seconds to go. Blue Alliance moving Red Alliance out and away from the goal. Red Alliance trying to get into the parking spot. 5 seconds to go in 3, 2, 1. Time expires. We're going to pass it off to Noah for our next match.
All right, we are ready for autonomous in 3, 2, 1. On the red alliance, you have 29204E and 9364D. On the blue alliance, we have 13722V, who just scored 3 blocks for blue to give them the Auton win, as we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. And their alliance partner on blue is 4873K. Blue is immediately going for the match loader, but they get pushed around a lot by 29204E. They've got a smaller robot, but they're inserting themselves into the situation and trying to deny blue the opportunity to grab a lot of blocks. But here comes blue. They're getting that intake into the goal, and they're filling up that giant hopper. Now they're getting pushed around again. 9364D scooping up a lot of blocks, but the same thing's happening. 4873K is in the way. They're not letting him score. Red is trying to drive around. That's a quick little maneuver trying to line up for the goal. They get blocked away. Not a lot of scoring has been happening. A lot of defense has. Blue tried to score for the low goal. Red knocked it away. Now Red, 9364D, is looking around, trying to grab some blocks. As Blue finally hits an opening and they get 5 blocks scored in the long goal. That is a huge boon for Blue. Oh my goodness, one of those robots just fell over. 13722V just fell over. And 9364D on the Red Alliance now has a big chance to score here. Now Red has a lot more. Red's got a lot of blocks that they scored now. No one was there for Blue to defend because one of those robots fell over. Both alliances have a parked robot. We'll see if anyone can score in the last few seconds. Our ref is ruling that it was incidental contact. We will have Auton in. 3, 2, 1, go. This is match number 112. Now, if you're confused as to why we're running matches and doing alliance selection, this is the Clingmans Dome division. We had a few more matches to play. As Blue Alliance takes an Auton win, and we will have driver control in. 3, 2, 1, go. On the Red Alliance, 4828X clears out a bunch of blocks really quickly. They don't want to mess with those blue ones. They want to score as many red ones as they can, and they get 4 of 6 scored. But 2, 1, 3, 1 in on the Blue Alliance. We've got that curved design, that snail bot. Scoring 6, I think. Yeah, that's 6 or 7 now for Blue on that front long goal. And their alliance partner, 4154R, they just scored a bunch for red. So Blue Alliance has been very effective early on in this match, and now Blue Alliance is going to clear out a bunch more red blocks. And our ref says to both of them, get out. These long goals have taken a beating as the tournament has gone on, because so many teams who do this thing where they just push into the long goals as hard as they can. As more defense comes through, this is one of the more physical games. It's a very physical game so far. You got to build your robot for durability. 99040A on the Red Alliance. Trying to get something with a match loader. 2131 in for Blue. Comes right back at him. Pushes him away. Now Red Alliance goes for that middle goal. They get some in. Didn't quite knock everything out for Blue, though. And now Blue's going to knock everything out for Red as they have 5 blocks now on that top rung of the middle goal. And Red gets yet more descoring done, knocking away for Blue. There's a bit of an entanglement going on. But it's over now. There's a brief one, and Red gets stuck. Red got a robot stuck at the last second, but both alliances have a parts robot. We're going to send it on down to Alley.
All right. We're on to match 113 here in the Clingmans Dome division. All right, looks like we're ready to roll in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous. On our Red Alliance, we have Team 99040E Botanical Bots, their partner 608X X Factor. On blue, we have 2065A First Class, their partner 57249C Raptor Robotics Joker. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus and a win point. Driver control. 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Blue Line's quickly picking up a few blocks from the loader and dropping them off and tries to descore. Red coming in at that last second and blocks a few of those blocks from leaving the goal. Defense being played by the Blue Lions onto Red. Joker making their way around the field, picking up a few more blocks from the ground. Red Alliance trying to get a few blocks from the loader. Both trying to go to the same spot on the goal. Joker trying to get to that goal. They drop off a few more blocks for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance dropping off a few more. X Factor trying to keep those red blocks where they are. Blue Alliance First Class trying not to let any of their Alliance blocks go anywhere. Botanical Bots dropping off a few blocks for Red. Blue descoring 2 red blocks, making room for their own, and they drop off 2 more blocks for Blue. X Factor coming in, trying to move some of those blocks. First Class knocking out quite a few blocks from that goal. Joker trying to push out those red blocks on the far goal. There's only 3 red blocks left, and they descore those. 20 seconds to go. Blue Alliance First Class trying to drop off some blocks. Red Alliance coming in and playing defense. Botanical Bots trying to drop off some blocks on to that center goal. Looks like it might be stuck on their robot. Red trying to go for the parking zone as time expires.
Real quick, I have a very important announcement for all teams in the Clingmans Dome division. We are going to be doing our alliance selection right after match 115. We're going to play this match and one more, and then we are immediately doing alliance selection. So, if you are in the Clingmans Dome division, have a representative over here.
All right, we're getting ready for match 114. So just like what Noah said, after match 115, which is the match after this one, we are doing a line selection for the Clingmans Dome division. So it's going to happen before the lunch break. Cades Cove is doing their line selection. We're going to do ours after we finish match 115. All right, we're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 114 on our Red Alliance. We have 61568A Genesis, their partner 229X Galactic. On blue, we have 7447G, the Dysfunctional, their partner 42652C Slip Hazard. We're going to reset the field and try that autonomous again. Hey, Chris, if you could make your way to Clingmans Dome, we kind of need you for a field thing. Hey, Chris. I'm just hoping this works. Event partner Chris, please make your way over to the Ripley's field. He's on it.
I'll say this again for all teams in the Clingmans Dome division. Be ready for Alliance selection as soon as we are done with our matches.
Hey, Chris, I know you can't hear me because I'm on the other side of the divisions, but if I feel like if I stare, hey, Chris. No, Will is faster than me talking and hoping that he can hear me on the other side.
We're going to go ahead and run 115.
All right, we're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start match 115. On our red lines, we have 643E, Shake and Bake, their partner, 24816H, Big Brother. On blue, we have a 1255S, Spicy Bread, their partner, 2145X, Pink Shimmer Unicorns. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. We're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Red Lions trying to get over to their loader. Spicy Bread coming in and playing defense. Pink Shimmer Unicorns trying to get some match loads. We still see Red Lions not breaking away from them. Blue drops off onto the center goal. Shake and Bake trying to get over to that goal. Spicy Bread coming in and playing defense, not letting them stay lined up just quite right. Pink Shimmer Unicorns moving out and descoring some blocks, but pushing those Blue Alliance blocks into the control zone. More defense being played on both sides. Blue drops off one block onto a goal. Red Alliance trying to line up at the center goal. Pink Shimmer Unicorns dropping off a few blocks onto the goal. Red Alliance trying to descore some. Spicy Red coming in and trying to stop them from descoring those blocks. Shake and Bake descoring 3 blocks for the Blue Alliance. More defense being played. Red Alliance coming in. Big Brother dropping off a few blocks for Red. Pink Shimmer Unicorns descoring those blocks. And we see more defense on Shake and Bake by the Blue Alliance. 20 seconds left on the clock. Those parking spots are protected. Red Alliance descoring a few of the Blue on the goal. More defense being played. Blue trying to stop Red from getting anywhere near the goal. Shake and Bake removing 3 of those blocks as the time expires. All right. We're ready to roll with match 114 in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous here for match 114. On our red alliance, we have 61568A Genesis, their partner 229X Galactic. On the blue, we have 7447G, the Dysfunctional, their partner 42652C Slip Hazard. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. Red and blue both have their wings out. Looks like Red's going to try to descore. Blue's going to play some defense. Red descores 3 of those blocks. That's Genesis on the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, the Dysfunctional, trying to get those match loads into their hopper. Galactic playing defense on Red. The Dysfunctional lining up and drops off a few blocks for the Blue Alliance, descoring some of those blocks for Red. We still see more defense being played. Red Alliance dropping off a few more blocks. It is a fight over the goal. Red and blue back and forth. Both of them trying not to let the other one remove any of those blocks. More defense being played. Red Alliance arm is out. They're trying to move some blocks. They descore. One actually lands in the Blue Alliance hopper. The Dysfunctional adding a few more blocks into their hopper. Blue and red back and forth. Wings are out. Red Alliance trying to move some blocks. Blue Alliance coming in playing defense. 30 seconds to go. Blue Alliance Dysfunctional trying to drop off a few blocks for blue. They managed to move some of those blocks for red. 20 seconds to go. More defense happening. Blue Alliance descoring some of those Red Alliance blocks. It's 42652C descoring those red blocks and pushing red into the control zone. 5 seconds to go. Red in a parking zone as time expires. That was our last match here in the Clingmans Dome division. So we're going to get these last 2 matches scored up, and we will begin a line selection very shortly. And since that was the last match of the day for qualifications, We have a replay. Just kidding. I got excited. That was not the last match. We have 2 replays going on, so we'll have a line selection after the replays.
All right, looks like we're ready to replay match number 98 with Auton in. We're on the wrong field. Okay. And I don't actually know. Oh, look at me. I'm so good at this. All right, let's try this again. In 3, 2, 1. I knew what button to press, and I'm very proud of myself for that. 57711X, Rocky with 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks scored on that top long goal. Now they're going to go for the middle. They get 1 in there. It's going to give Blue an Auton win, and we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. Remember, folks, we have Alliance selection shortly after this, which also means that this is the last chance either of these teams will have to boost their spot in the standings. You got 2 teams here on the Blue Alliance just on the verge of making the top 10, and they would love a match win at this point in the game. On the Red Alliance, you have a couple of teams that are towards the bottom of where you can expect to be picked, and they would love to be a few spots higher to help themselves out. 97934U. On the Red Alliance, currently sitting at 32nd. There are 32 teams that are going to make this elimination bracket. If they could just move themselves up a little more, they would really love their situation a lot more. .379 at 6J, scoring some for Blue, trying to lock it down now. Getting pushed back across. We got a red robot that's trying to de-score now. Red's now trying to move that red block closer and closer to the middle. There's a total stalemate there between 2 robots. A lot of pushing and shoving. Isn't that fun to watch? Red Alliance now going for another block. They get pushed away yet again. As Red Alliance tries to de-score some blocks, but doesn't quite help it out. Blue Alliance tries to score. They get pushed away as well. That was a very close match. A lot of very, very aggressive defense. Is this 106? Got this one? We have one more match to replay, and then we have Alliance selection. So be ready with a representative. We are doing Alliance selection before lunch.
All right, it looks like we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 106. This is the replay. We have 9447W Stark Industries, their partner 1235D Wolverines. On blue, we have 2536A Albatross, their partner 29204A Robot. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Wolverines heading straight for their loader. Blue Lions playing defense on them. 94-47 grabbing a few blocks for the Red Alliance from the loader and dropping them off into the long goal. We see Stark Industries picking up a few more blocks, spitting out the Blue Lions blocks, but heading back over and drops off a few for red. Looks like we got two robots stuck together. More defense being played by the Red Alliance onto blue. Red Alliance knocking out a few of those blue blocks from the long goal. Red dropping off blocks into the lower center goal. Under a minute left in the clock. Red Alliance Stark Industries lining up, trying to pick up a few more blocks from that loader. Looks like their alliance partner might be stuck against the wall and the goal. We get 4 robots back in the game. Blue trying to de-score a few blocks. We see defense being played by red. Blue moving out some of those blocks, getting 2 of their alliance color blocks into that control zone. Less than 20 seconds to go. Those parking spots are protected. Blue trying to move some more blocks into that control zone. Red trying to do the same. 5 seconds to go. Red, Stark Industries into that parking spot. Robot into the parking spot for blue as time expires. All right, so that, I'm looking at the rest. That was the last match here in Clingmans Dome. Yeah, that deserves some applause. There you go. So that means Skills is now closed. And we will be having alliance selection here shortly once we have everything scored up here on the field. So, teams, please have your representative ready to go for alliance selection. All right, while we're getting ready for a line selection, we need the first 3 rows on this side to be cleared out so we can get the team representatives a spot. So the first 3 rows on the Clingmans Dome side of the field. So if you're on this side of the field where there we go. Yep, the first 3 rows, please, can I have you clear out? You can return there after, but we need to put teams there. So first 3 rows that need to be cleared on only this side of the bleachers so we can get ready for alliance selection. All right, teams. So those first 3 rows need to be cleared out. I know you guys are waiting for a line selection, but we got to put the ranks down. So those first 3 rows on the Clingmans Dome side of the bleachers need to be cleared out while we put the line selection spots down. So those first 3 rows, please clear those out as we get ready for a line selection. And make sure you have your 1 representative ready to go. All right, teams, you now can go and find your line selection. Those in the bleachers, there is plenty of room. Careful when you're walking and you're not knocking down any. But if there's not enough room on the first 2 steps, you guys can sit on the 3rd one. There's plenty of space. Woo. I need to sneak back. So the first 1 through 16 is up on the stage. So please go on the stage if you're 1 through 16, 17. I should have read the last number. The rest of the teams are in the bleachers. But if there's not enough space on the first 2 rows, there is plenty of space on the 3rd row. So teams in the Clingmans Dome division, please find your spot. 1 through 16 is on the stage. 1 is right next to Noah. 16 is closer to the center of the stage. 4154R 57711X. Are you Jay? Yep, you're Jay. You're good.
On a semi-related note, I've received word that our number 1 seeded team, Capybara 15442A, put in, I think, the highest skills score, I want to say maybe of the year so far. It's a really high skill score, so congrats to them. They're not here, though, so that, yeah. If anyone sees them,
2131N. You got lucky. I was just about to call up your number. All right.
All right.
All right. How are we doing in the far bleachers?
So we've got
Far
everyone
side.
here from the top 16.
69315. Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
All
You
right,
guys are
if-
getting good.
If you are sitting next to an empty, if you're sitting next to a piece of paper with nobody claiming it, please raise your hand.
Right there.
Okay, we got a few more.
Drum roll. What was that? 24816H 9447W 8448T. Four 40V. See, they're helping me out. They're holding up the signs for me, so I'm not like, what sign is left?
All right, how many teams do we have left that aren't here?
8448T is over here. Anyone else have an empty sign? Who are we missing? 8448T and 3440V. 3440V. 3440V.
Is that our only team that's missing?
I think so. 3440V. Last call. Going once. They can still go and sit there. We can just start. 3440V. 3440V. I can hear the echo, so I know they can kind of hear me from across the room. 3440V. Please send your representative to Alliance Selection.
And I would recommend jogging at this point. All right, now this being a signature event, I imagine most of y'all are familiar with how Alliance Selection works, but just in case we have some first-timers, maybe some parents or supporters in the crowd who don't know, here's how Alliance Selection works. So far today, we've had 115 matches of randomly generated teams. From now on, alliances will face off in a head-to-head matchup, single elimination, to determine the champion. And we determine those alliances with Alliance Selection. We start with our rank 1 team, Capybara. They can ask anybody that they want from this entire field of teams to be their alliance partner. If they say yes, great. That's an alliance, and that's our number 1 seed. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Let's say Capybara asks 9364V, Vitality. If they say no, Vitality is free to decline, but nobody else can ask Vitality to be their alliance partner. So, Vitality, you're the number 6 seed, so the 2 through 5 teams could not ask the 6th team if they decline. That's about how it works. We're going to make 16 alliances, which means there's going to be 32 teams that move on. I think that about covers it. Did 3440V ever get here? All right, we're still missing 3440V. We're about to start without you. All right, and can we turn the music down for this bit so we can all hear? All right, 3440V. All right. All right, 3440V has been located, which means we have everyone here. All right. Let's kick this thing off. 15442A. Capybara, you are our number 1 overall team. You can ask anyone you want. Who do you choose?
We'd like to invite team 57249C.
57249C.
We respectfully decline.
They respectfully decline. All right. Who do you want to ask as your backup plan?
We'd like to invite
You've got a lot of options here. Who do you like?
Invite team 9364V.
9364V, Vitality.
We respectfully decline.
They respectfully decline. All right. Who's your third favorite team from all of these wonderful options? And he's checking his text messages from his teammates.
We'd like to invite team 2145X.
2145X?
We accept.
They accept. All right, that is your number 1 seeded team. All right, 57249C. Joe, to ask.
We'd like to ask Team 40,000A.
40,000A.
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. 2131N? N. Who would you like to ask?
We select 4154R.
4154R. Did you raise your hand? There you are.
We respectfully accept.
They respectfully accept. All right, we've now got 3 of our 16 teams determined. All right, 9364V. Everyone slide this way a little bit. 9364V, you declined earlier. Who would you like to ask?
12914X.
12914X.
I accept.
They accept. All right, everyone keep sliding this way so we don't end up too compressed. 20605A, first class.
Uh, 3131V.
3131V.
Graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right, let's bring a few more people up on the stage. All right, 65162A, Deja Vu. Who do you like? Who do you want to ask?
99905X.
99905X. Do you accept?
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right. 8823R. The name of you running on duct tape. What would you like to ask?
45434W Hogwild.
45434W. 45. Where are you? Oh, okay.
We respectfully decline.
They respectfully decline. All right, who's your second choice?
3796J Jank.
3796J. All right.
We respectfully decline.
They respectfully decline as well. All right, who's your third choice?
11X.
5711X. 57711X?
We respectfully decline.
They respectfully decline. All right. I hope you have 4 options.
$99905X.
99905X. I believe they have already declined, correct? Oh, didn't they already get picked? Oh, they already did get picked. Okay, well.
1235D.
1235D. Who's 1235D?
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right, you've got a few options here that you can't ask. So, who would you like to ask that's eligible?
We'd like to ask 3239V.
3239V. 3239V. All right.
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right, 57711X, Rocky. Who would you like to ask?
$808D.
608D.
Respectfully decline.
Respectfully decline.
$42652C.
652C, slip hazard.
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right. We got 7 alliances to go. All right. Let's get 2 more teams to come up this way. 3796J. Jenk, who would you like to ask?
$7447G.
7447G.
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. 99040A. Awesome sauce. Who would you like to ask?
9364D.
9364D. 9364D. Where are y'all? Oh, there you are. This is where you accept or decline.
No, I'm sorry. We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. You have to come hit a button now. 6008D, dark mode. Who would you like to ask?
6008X.
6008X. 6008. The leaf blower is absolutely incredible, might I add.
We accept.
They accept. All right. That means we have 4 more alliances to make. 4828X. Who would you like to ask?
We select 35016Z.
35016Z. He accepts. And you have to come hit a button. All right. 3 alliances to go. 229X Galactic.
61568A.
61568A.
We graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right, 69315A, Adobe. Behold the many options.
I didn't think this far ahead. I'll just do 3796B.
3796B. Do you accept?
Graciously accept.
They graciously accept. All right. We have 1 more alliance to make. This feels like an appropriate moment to give a round of applause to all of the wonderful teams that we have here who have all had a great tournament, a great couple of days. Only one of them, however, we're moving on. So, no pressure. Who would you like to ask? 29204A.
29204E.
29204E. I'll take that as an accept. And with this press of a button, our elimination bracket is officially confirmed. These are your 16 alliances that will be competing for division champs and a chance to win it all. And I believe that's lunch. So we'll see you back here at 1.